Hello, and I'm back with Zeepkist ZSL 50 blocks round review. And it was fun for me, especially because first time I'm feeling young, basically as my first ZSL round, because result here was the same, like prior round on practice session we were talking what our goals is for this round, and I said that, like, according to my previous results, I wanted to have like achieve at least one top 10, which seems almost fine and normal for me. And this time I never achieved anything higher than like 20, I guess. So it was like my first around 25-27s on average. And maybe it's because couple things. First one, it's amount of people who take part here. Maybe I saw such amount of participants during like first or second ZSL round. On this lobby there was like around 45, 50, 55, on different occasion rounds, and some people were in second room, I don't know, like 10, 15. So, and it's cool. So maybe after we will see result on we could probably beat another record. So first one record, we have 105 level submitted for this ZSL, and another one is amount of participant for both time slots. So we'll see. And honestly, I also wanted to know what my best result will be, because again, it was, from one side, it's great that our community of Zeepkist growing. We have so many new players that I never seen before, and not only they're new, they're really good at driving. I mean, like, new faces in top 10, top 16, which hard for me from another stress. Yes, it's a pain for me because I'm like really upset, and well, not upset, but struggling to beat them. Yes, I'm progressing in Zeepkist, become better player, especially like one of the goal is finish all of these tracks, which I achieved. I finished all of them, but honestly wanted to have more goals like top 10, and in most cases I almost done like gold or even closer to go to after time, which I think is also a great result for me. But I really enjoy that we have so many new players and they can take part in Zeepkist and in ZSL. Another problem for me, it's level by themselves. So we have a lot of level, 105 that were officially submitted, but in reality it was like 112, 115, because some people submitted like 2-3 levels. Janji had like 4 different variants of his tracks before he stops on one of them. So yeah, and you have restriction of 50 blocks, and for some reason people, well, they try to do something special, something interesting, because there was a lot of competition during track creation, and I would say most of the tracks are not fit my driving style, or they just hard by some different features. a lot of track. Basically all of them have some weird jumps, U-turns and vertical U-turns, and it's where I'm struggling the most to keep my soulbox on surface. I have one excuse, great excuse: all these tracks not fit for controller, but yeah, it's basically a skill issue, especially on some of the tracks, like when you drive fast, you drive like really close to like top 16, even top 10 sometimes, and you're so focusing that you're basically struggling to do it, like, because you're really intense. Some tracks, like for example Just Maki track, I was just happy to finish it like once, and yet again, it's not like Josh's problem, it's my problem, it's problem of that, well, it's skill issue problem. Also, maybe it's, as I said, it's not fit my driving style, that I prefer, or how I can do all this level. But as you will see, a lot of people finish Janji track and finish all other tracks, which again shows that we have so many great players that and their level of, I don't know, steering, driving are grow drastically. So I can say that it's beneficial overall for community and not so good for me, because now I need to let's say I need to practicing more, because again, this time I made like 2 sessions, and not full session like all tracks. It was like one on Saturday and one on like Thursday, I guess, before this yell, and I thought that it could be fine, but when I started like Sunday prior to this tournament, there was again another practice session. Let's call it morning practice session, like in Formula 1, for example. Some level was like new for me. I first time saw them, but I played them and it was so strange. But anyway, as I said, I'm really happy that I finished all of them. Some of them were pretty hard. As I said, same problem stuff, like a lot of jumping and a lot of U-turns, which I don't like, because it's the main goal of to be faster on Zeepkist is just steer less as possible, reduce your air time as possible, and be low to the center of the gravity. And you need to find and optimize all of these 3 things to be the fastest. And also like consistent stuff, sensitivity. A lot of people play on the keyboard and I just can't even play such games on keyboard right now. I started with keyboard, but now when I'm on gamepad it seems easier, but because of it, it's way sensitive than keyboard, and I'm struggling to the consistency, to same element at the same point at the same time over and over. So it's always like slightly different. And another thing for Zeepkist and Soulbox, you need to drive and steer in on a speed, especially that you shouldn't have like smoke from your wheels, because when you have smoke, it means that your lose grip and you lose speed and you can't turn efficient enough. So it's also a big problem. And as I said, most of this level have these jumps, and you need to minimize your air time to have more steering, to have more grip, to have more let's say gradient landing, soft landing, which should help you to not to minimize your unity bounce and any bounce at all. It's just help you maintain your speed. And for example, like Broken Glass from And Me, it was a really nice track in scenery, but it has a lot of different transition when you need to place your soulbox in such lines that you need to transfer from one surface to another and they not align perfectly. And some made like really great. I believe P19 was my best result for ZSL, and it was on this level. So not P16, but still close enough, and I'm happy of that. Like 50 knots, 15 neon nights. Again, same situation. Some U-turns, some loops and jumps. So I understand that having just 50 blocks, which honestly I thought that it's not enough, but in reality it's more than enough, especially when you can scale them. And I believe this was the first ZSL round when you can scale things, but maybe I'm wrong because I missed the first one, like first ever. I just wasn't on Zeepkist at this time. But all this jump, let's back to the jump. For me, it's never was a consistent thing and maybe never will be. It's really hard for me to understand, depending on your speed, should you use your arms up and or not using them, because sometimes, especially when it's like new authors, not so experienced drivers, create maps, they potentially could show you like you need arms up because they don't have speed for doing it. But if your skill level is slightly higher, potentially sometimes you can do it without arms up and it's totally confusing you. So I don't know. Overall, I enjoy. I really was glad to see so many people. I really want to see how many authors and participants we will see on the final table results, like from 2 time spots. And I hope we will beat another record for Zeepkist, which is great. As conclusion for me, I need more practicing and try to improve my skills. And thanks for watching this short review or listen it or just spend time with me. See you next time. Hope you enjoy. Please subscribe. See you soon. Bye.